Do you believe in mysteries, terrifying truths that go beyond the limits of science? This world contains countless hidden corners that human reason can hardly reach. There are stories, not fiction, not legends, but real events, recorded and told by living witnesses, enough to make your heart skip a beat and haunt you to the end. Today, we will uncover three true horror stories, widely spread, but every time we mention them, a chill still blows down the back of your neck. Be prepared, because what you are about to hear can change the way you perceive the world around you. The first story takes us to Oakhaven, a small town hidden among the gloomy hills, which was once the center of a bustling coal mining industry. In 1978, the Oakhaven coal mine closed after a terrible accident, burying dozens of workers underground. Despite rescue efforts, no one survived. The town fell silent, and stories of wailing and hammering echoing from underground began to circulate. A paranormal research team, led by Dr. Eleanor Vance, a seasoned psychologist and investigator, decided to visit Oakhaven in the winter of 1985. Their goal was to document evidence of demonic activity in the abandoned mine. That first night, when they set up camp near the mine entrance, the air was unusually cold despite their many layers of clothing. The wind whistled through the crevices in the rocks like mournful whispers. Their recording equipment began to pick up strange sounds, moans, rockfalls, and especially a heavy cough, as if someone was trying to breathe in a confined space. Dr. Vance and her team decided to venture deeper into the main tunnel, where the accident was believed to have occurred. The deeper they went, the more the musty, metallic smell grew. The temperature dropped dramatically. Their EMF meter kept going off at full blast. Then, suddenly, one of the team members' flashlights flickered and then went out. In the near absolute darkness, they heard heavy, clattering footsteps approaching from ahead. No one said a word, but the fear was palpable. The footsteps stopped right in front of them. Then a hoarse, tired voice rang out clearly in the darkness. "Help! It's cold!" The group panicked and ran out of the mine, not looking back. By the time they got outside, it was almost dawn. All their electronic devices were completely broken. Dr. Vance later wrote a book about the experience, claiming that the spirits of the unfortunate workers were still trapped underground, constantly searching for help. Despite many skeptics, the story of calling from Oakhaven coal mine remains a chilling reminder of forgotten tragedies and souls who never find rest. The second story takes us to a small apartment in Chicago in 2003, where a young artist named David agreed to renovate an empty room for rent. In the room, he found an old painting hidden under peeling wallpaper. The painting depicted a young girl with large, lifeless eyes and a pale, haunting smile. Although he felt something was wrong with an artist's eye, David was still attracted by its uniqueness and decided to bring the painting back to his apartment. On the first night, strange things began to happen. David kept hearing whispers from the living room where he hung the painting. He often felt as if someone was watching him. Sometimes, he saw the eyes in the painting as moving, following his every move. He began to suffer from insomnia, and terrible nightmares followed, in which the girl in the painting appeared, calling his name and begging for help. David tried to find out the origin of the painting. He asked the old neighbors of the apartment and finally found an old lady who had lived there many years ago. The old lady told him that the painting belonged to a little girl named Anna, who committed suicide in that very room after being tormented by a strange disease and abandoned by her family. Before her death, Anna painted this painting as a way to keep her soul. The old lady tried to throw away the painting many times, but it always found a way to come back. In the end, she had to hide it and move. The more David learned, the more scared he felt. One night, he woke up and saw the painting glowing faintly. Anna's eyes in the painting were now bloodshot, and her pale smile turned into a look of extreme pain. A weak, mournful voice echoed throughout the room. "Free me, David. Help me." Too scared, David quickly took down the painting, carefully wrapped it up, and brought it to an ancient church, asked the priest to pray for Anna's soul, and buried the painting in holy ground. From then on, the strange phenomena in David's apartment stopped. Anna's painting is no longer visible, but its story remains a warning about works of art that carry a soul. The third story is a reminder that sometimes real horrors lurk on the familiar roads we pass every day. On a rainy night in 2010, a truck driver named Michael was driving on Highway 13 through a deserted stretch of road. Michael was a brave man, used to driving at night, but that night was different. As he rounded a sharp turn, he saw a woman dressed in white, standing on the side of the road, waving for a ride. Despite the darkness and heavy rain, he could still clearly see her pale face, her deep black eyes staring straight at him. A chill ran down his spine, but out of compassion, Michael stopped. When he opened the car door, the woman said nothing, just quietly got into the passenger seat. The woman sat silently all the way, not saying a word, despite Michael's attempts to strike up a conversation. The entire car was unusually cold. Michael looked in the rearview mirror and saw that her eyes were still staring blankly ahead, unblinking. He began to feel uneasy. As they approached a small town, Michael asked her where she wanted to get off. The woman remained silent, but when he looked over, she was gone. The passenger seat was empty, cold, and the car door was still closed. Michael panicked, trying to calm down. He drove to the nearest police station to report the incident. The police officers listened with familiar faces. They said that many other drivers had reported seeing the woman in white on that stretch of road. She was said to be the spirit of a young girl who had died in a tragic traffic accident at that bend many years ago. She was still wandering, looking for a final journey that never reached her destination. Michael never dared to pass that stretch of road at night again. His story became one of countless creepy warnings about wandering souls on the highway, forever searching for peace. The 3 stories above, no matter how unbelievable, have been passed down and made many people ponder about things beyond human understanding. We cannot completely deny the existence of invisible forces or supernatural events that are difficult to explain. Are there things waiting for us in the afterlife? Or is it just fear deep in the subconscious? Come up with your own answer after listening to these stories. If you feel creepy and want to discover more mysteries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming true horror stories. Your support is the motivation for us to continue bringing more attractive and creepy content. Thank you, and see you in the next videos when we will uncover the mysteries of this world together.